Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brock Page, and if you want to save yourself some time, check out my picks for this video in the description section below. Once again, I'm not a sports betting expert, I'm just a fan. That said, let's get into some picks for February 3rd. Lakers at Boston. Celtics opened up minus 12.5 with the total points at 220.5. Currently Boston's minus 11.5 with the total points jumping up to an even 221. Numbers against the spread. Overall, Boston covers 57% in all games. Lakers are just 46%. As the favorite, Boston covers a decent 59%. The Lakers cover just 47% of their games as the underdog. When facing teams giving up more than 1 or 2 a game, Boston's 52%. On the other side, LA covers just 42% in the very same category. Let's break down the total points. Both teams have collectively averaged just 212 in their last 4 games, respectively. Also, Lakers games have gone under the line in 4 of their last 5. Boston won 5 straight. I like them straight up. I'm foregoing the spread in the total points. I'm taking Boston to win this one outright in Game 1 of my 2-team moneyline parlay. Next game, Indiana minus 7 at Brooklyn. Total points opened up at 220. Currently, 57% of the money's on Indiana to win against the spread. The total points have jumped up to an even 221 as well. Indiana successfully covered the spread in 2 of their previous 3 meetings with Brooklyn. They also cover an impressive 71% of their games around the current spread this year. On the other side, Brooklyn's covered just 37% when facing teams allowing more than 102 a game. They've also covered just 33% of their games this year around the current point spread. That said, let's break down the total points real quick. Both teams have collectively averaged just 213 total combined points in their last 4 games, respectively. Brooklyn games have gone under the line in 5 of their last 7. Indiana games have gone under the line in 4 of their last 5. Indiana's won 4 straight. I like them straight up. I'm foregoing the spread in the total points. I'm taking Indiana to win this one outright in Game 2 of my 2-team parlay. With my 2-teamer in the books, there's still plenty of other action in the NBA. Let's get into it. First game for you, Chicago at Houston. The Rockets opened up minus 9 with the total points at 221. Since then, Houston's currently minus 6 on the spread, and the total points jumped up to an even 223. Houston's an astounding 100% against the spread when playing teams allowing 99 to 102 a game. They're also an impressive 75% against the spread in the second game of a back-to-back. On the other side, Chicago's covered just 16 of 36, facing teams giving up more than 102 a game. Overall, the Bulls have covered just 48% in all games this season. Let's break down the total points real quick. Both teams are averaging just 219 total combined points in their last 4 games, respectively. Houston games have gone under the line in 7 of their last 9. That said, I'm foregoing the total points and the money line, but I am taking some action on the spread. I'm going to move the line just a little bit and take Houston minus 1 in Game 1 of my 2-team 5-point teaser. Once again, I'm taking Houston minus 1 in the first game of my 5-point teaser. Next game, Dallas at Portland. Portland opened up laying 5 on the spread. Total opened up at 208. Currently, Portland's minus 4 against the spread with the total points dropping to 206.5. Portland's covered a solid 60% of their games around the current point spread so far this season. They also cover 53% of their games as the official home favorite. On the other side, Dallas is just 45% against the spread as the official road underdog. They also covered just 11 of 23 around the current point spread. Let's break down the total points real quick. Both teams have collectively averaged 210 total combined points in their last 4 games, respectively. In addition to that, Dallas games have gone over the line in 3 of their last 4. That said, I'm foregoing the total points and the money line cash in this one. I'm going to adjust that spread and take Portland plus 1 as the second pick for my 2-team teaser. Once again, I'm taking Portland plus 1 in the second game of my 5-point teaser. Next game, Memphis plus 2 at OKC. Total dropped 3 full points down to a cool 203.5. Memphis has successfully covered the spread in their last 3. On the other side, OKC's failed to cover in their last 3. They've also covered just 7 of 18 against teams winning more than 55%. When it comes to the total points, both teams have collectively averaged 210 total combined points in their last 4 games respectively. In addition to that, Memphis games have gone over the line in their last 4 consecutive. That said, I'm foregoing the total points in the money line cash. I like Memphis against the spread. Just to be sure, I'm including the Memphis Grizzlies as the 3rd team in my 5-point teaser. Once again, I like the Memphis Grizzlies in the adjusted spread of +7 in the 3rd game of my 5-point teaser. That's Memphis +7. With the teaser and money line parlay in the books, let's take a look at the rest of the action around the league. Minnesota +3.5 at Detroit. 59% of the money's on Detroit at home, and I am in full agreement with the bettors. Minnesota covers just 34% of their games on the road. Detroit covers 52% at home. Although the lines dropped 2 full points down to 210.5, I'm foregoing the over-under in the money line. I like the Detroit Pistons -3.5. Phoenix +4.5 at Sacramento. The total points dropped down to a cool 216.5. Both teams have covered 50% of their games on the season around the current point spread. The Suns are 50% against the spread on the road. Sacramento's covered 50% of their games at home. Phoenix is 9-10 against the spread, facing teams winning less than 45%. Sacramento's 7-8 against the spread, facing teams winning less than 45%. Phoenix covers 46% of their games against teams giving up more than 102 a game. Sacramento covers 46% of their games against teams giving up more than 102 a game. Uncanny. That said, let's take a look at the total points real quick. Both teams are collectively averaging 225 total combined points in their last 4 games respectively. Sacramento games have gone over the line in 4 of their last 5. Phoenix games have gone over the line in their last 5 straight. That said, I'm foregoing the spread in the money line cash. I like the total points in this one. I'm taking the over 216.5 in this matchup. Once again, I'm taking the over 216.5 on the total points. Next games to wrap it up, I'm taking the Toronto Raptors on the road against the Orlando Magic for some money line cash. And last game to wrap it up, I'm taking the Milwaukee Bucks on the road, winning in Denver for some money line cash. Well, folks, that is going to do it for me. Once again, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. If for some reason you do decide to use the information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Predictions and Sports Picks, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.